Airlines appear to make money by selling seats, but they can collect billions of dollars before a passenger ever steps onto one of their planes. In its latest full year, Delta received $8.2 billion from American Express through a credit card partnership built around SkyMiles and related benefits. American Airlines separately reported $6.2 billion in cash payments from co-branded credit card and other partners. Those figures reveal a business hiding in plain sight. The passenger sees a free mile. The bank sees a reason to keep someone spending. The airline sees cash arriving long before it may have to provide a reward seat. So, how does an ordinary purchase at a supermarket turn into money for an airline? And what does the airline still owe after the money arrives? If you appreciate this type of content, gently tap that like button. Let's dive into it. Start with the part of the system that most people see. A traveler signs up for an airline credit card because the offer promises miles, a free checked bag, priority boarding, lounge access, or a future flight. The card may carry the airline's name, but the airline usually is not the lender. A bank issues the card, approves a customer, processes the account, collects any annual fee, and may earn interest if the customer carries a balance. The airline supplies something just as important, a reward that gives the card a purpose. Cashback is simple. Airline miles feel different. They can represent a family visit, an upgrade, or a trip that would otherwise seem too expensive. That emotional value makes miles useful to a bank even before anyone tries to redeem them. Now, follow one purchase through the machine. A cardholder buys groceries with a co-branded airline card. The merchant accepts the payment. The card issuer and payment network earn transaction-related revenue according to their agreements. The customer receives miles. But those miles did not simply appear as a gift from the bank. Under the co-brand relationship, the bank purchases miles and other benefits from the airline. Delta states in its filings that credit card companies, hotels, rental car firms, retailers, and other participating businesses purchase miles from it. In return, those partners can use the miles to reward their own customers. The airline therefore earns money from economic activity that may have nothing to do with an airport. A supermarket purchase, a hotel stay, or a rideshare can all send value toward an airline loyalty program. This explains why the bank is willing to pay. Rewards can help the bank attract a new cardholder, encourage that person to place more spending on one card, and make the account harder to abandon. The bank can earn annual fees, interest income, and discount revenue from spending, depending on how the customer uses the card. American Express says its Delta co-brand portfolio generates fee revenue and interest income from card members, as well as discount revenue from merchants. The scale is striking. Delta co-brand cards recently represented about 13% of American Express's worldwide billed business. This is not a small travel promotion attached to the edge of a financial company. It is a major commercial relationship for both sides. The airline's advantage is timing. Ticket revenue normally requires a passenger to choose a route, purchase a seat, and eventually fly. A loyalty partner can send cash to the airline while the cardholder is still months or even years away from taking a reward trip. The airline can use that cash within its broader business while the customer continues collecting points. It also gains information, engagement, and a reason for the member to choose the same airline later. The miles act like a bridge between present spending and future travel. They keep the customer connected to the airline while sitting at home, paying a bill, or buying something that has no direct connection to aviation. But this is where the story needs an important correction. The billions arriving from a bank are not the same thing as billions of immediate profit. A co-brand agreement can cover miles, marketing, lounge access, baggage benefits, and other services. The airline must allocate the payments among those obligations. When a portion relates to future award travel, that amount is generally deferred. Delta explains that it recognizes the award travel component when the miles are redeemed and transportation is provided. In plain language, some cash arrives now, but the related revenue may not be recognized until the airline delivers the promised benefit. The airline has created an asset in the form of cash in a commercial relationship, but has also created an obligation. That obligation does not make the system unattractive. It explains why the system can be so powerful. Airlines control the rules under which miles are issued and redeemed. They decide how many miles a flight requires, which seats are available, and what other benefits can be offered. An award passenger may sometimes occupy a seat that would otherwise have flown empty, although that does not mean every reward seat costs the airline nothing. There can be taxes, partner payments, service costs, and the lost opportunity to sell that seat for cash. The economics depend on the route, demand, timing, and type of reward. The important point is that the perceived value to the customer can be much greater than the airline's incremental cost of providing a particular benefit. That gap helps make the ecosystem commercially attractive. Quick break. The primary airline and bank filings behind every major figure in this video are linked in the description and the pinned comment below. Now return to the moment when the hidden value of these programs became impossible to ignore. When global air travel collapsed and airlines urgently needed liquidity, Delta used its SkyMiles business to support a financing that was expanded to $9 billion. The transaction carried a blended average annual rate of 4.75%. Think about what that meant. Aircraft were grounded. Passenger demand had fallen sharply. Yet lenders were willing to provide billions against a structure supported by the loyalty operation and its related assets. The planes gave the miles their meaning, but the loyalty machine had become valuable enough to help finance the airline when the flying business was under extraordinary pressure. That financing exposed a deeper transformation. A modern airline is not only a transportation company. It is also the owner of a brand, a membership network, a rewards platform, and a stream of partner payments. The loyalty program can connect millions of consumers to the airline without requiring those consumers to fly on a particular day. It can sell miles in bulk, market financial products, influence which airline a customer chooses, and turn future travel into present cash flow. The aircraft still matter because a mile without a desirable destination would lose much of its appeal. But the economic engine now extends far beyond the aircraft. There is also a large promise sitting behind that engine. In a recent filing, American Airlines reported a loyalty program liability of about $10.47 billion. That balance included value connected to miles expected to be redeemed in the future. As members earn more miles, the obligation can grow. As they redeem miles and receive travel or other awards, the airline recognizes the related revenue and reduces part of that liability. The exact timing depends on customer behavior and the company's estimates. This is why unredeemed miles should not be described as pure profit. They are part of an accounting system built around expected future claims. The airline can change the program, but it cannot ignore trust. If award prices rise too quickly, useful seats disappear, or benefits become harder to use, members may decide that the miles are worth less than they expected. That can weaken the card's appeal to the bank and the customer's loyalty to the airline. The bank also carries concentration risk. American Express disclosed that the Delta portfolio accounted for a meaningful share of its billed business and card member loans. The airline depends on the bank for major partner payments, while the bank depends on the airline to keep the rewards attractive. Neither side controls the entire system alone. For the customer, the calculation is more personal. A well-used reward card can provide real value, especially when the balance is paid in full and the benefits match spending and travel habits. But miles are not cash. Their redemption value can change, and availability can matter as much as a displayed balance. A customer who pays interest month after month may give the bank far more than the reward are worth. That does not make every airline card a bad product. It means the reward is part of a carefully priced commercial exchange. The free flight is designed to influence which card people choose, how much they spend, and which airline they prefer later. So, why can airlines make billions before you ever fly? Because the first customer in the chain may be a bank, not a passenger. The bank purchases miles, benefits, and access to a powerful travel brand. The airline receives cash and a deeper relationship with the cardholder. The cardholder receives a claim on future value, subject to the program's rules and availability. Flying remains a foundation because it gives the entire system something people want. But the money can arrive at the airline long before the traveler reaches the airport. The visible business moves people through the sky. The hidden business turns the promise of future travel into money today. And if you want to see another company build investment power for money it still owes, watch how Berkshire Hathaway uses $177.5 billion it still owes by clicking right here.